Now turn to number 7, offered by the Senator from the Cape and the Islands, Mr. Cyr, the title of which the clerk will read.
Amendment number 7 by Mr. Cyr, Municipal Police Training Fund.
The Senator from the Cape and the Islands, Mr. Cyr.
Madam President, I rise in support of Amendment 7 to establish a dedicated revenue stream for municipal police training. This has long been a priority for the Massachusetts Senate, thanks to many of my colleagues in this chamber, including the Senator from Ashland, the Minority Leader, the Senator from Belmont, our Chair of Public Safety, the Senator from Plymouth, the Senator from Westport, the Senator from Everett, among many others. This is not the first time that the Senate has had proposals before us and we have led on municipal police training. Under the guidance of the Chair of Ways and Means, the Senate funded this priority through appropriations in the last 2 budgets, and it was the Senate who led the charge to use expected revenues from recreational marijuana sales to support municipal police training, something that we passed in criminal justice reform and we fought for successfully in conference. Last year, the Massachusetts Chief of Police Association proposed a concept to fully fund municipal police training with a new $2 fee per rental car transaction in the Commonwealth. That's $2, whether you rent a car for a day or for multiple months. That amendment was first proposed by the Senator from Belmont during Senate budget debate last year. I think it's time to revisit it. I have filed this proposal again in today's supplemental budget because I believe, once again, it's time for the Senate to lead, and hopefully our colleagues in the House will follow suit. This amendment would give municipal police training a dedicated funding stream, akin to how we fund municipal fire training with an assessment on homeowners insurance. Municipal police training is not an area where our police departments, their chiefs, and our municipal governments can't afford financial uncertainty. Chiefs need and deserve predictable funding every year, just like our firefighters. As I mentioned, the Senate has championed municipal police training as a priority in the Omnibus Criminal Justice Reform Bill that is now law, and we expect to use marijuana revenues to help fund this. But I hear my chiefs loud and clear, and I hope that you do as well, that they need a more predictable and stable funding source for training. The Senate has led on this issue before, and I hope we will do so again today. We need to make a serious investment in municipal police training. A dedicated and expanded funding stream, as proposed by this amendment, will allow the Municipal Police Training Committee to provide critical and expanded training services, including first aid and CPR in-service training, first-line supervision training, field training for officers, more sexual assault investigator training, first-line supervision leadership training, school resource officer training, and instructor training courses including firearms, defensive tactics, first aid and CPR, health and wellness, so that police can take these skills back to their departments and train their colleagues. And also fair and impartial policing, training on procedural justice, and implicit bias. When fully implemented, the Massachusetts Police Training Fund will provide ample resources to reduce or altogether eliminate the cost municipalities incur for recruit training. So this effectively provides an additional stream of local aid to every city and town. I have heard from the 20 chiefs that I represent that police training was cut in FY18 to $4.7 million in the governor's budget and ended up at $4.8 million in the conference. It had been at $6.5 million just a few years ago. We ask so much of our police departments and the men and women who serve in blue. We can do our part today to recognize their sacrifice and their service by providing a dedicated revenue stream so they have all the best available tools to keep our communities safe and prosperous. It's time for the Senate to lead once again. I hope this amendment is adopted, and when it is taken up, Madam President, I ask that it be taken up by a call of the yeas and nays. Thank you, Madam President.
The gentleman asks that when a vote is taken, to be taken by a call of the yeas and nays. Those members joining with them, please rise and be counted. A sufficient number of members having arisen, the yeas and nays will be ordered. Clerk will call, the Senator from Plymouth and Barnstable, Mr. DeMacedo.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you to my colleagues, I too want to rise in support of this amendment. For far too long, we have heard from our police chiefs about the challenges they've been facing, the men and women who protect us each and every day. And we have tried to find a way to address this challenging issue of making sure that they're prepared to deal with the very ever-changing issues that they confront. And I believe that it is in training that they are going to be able to do that. And we've tried to find ways that we can address this training. We've tried to do it financially. But I do believe it's come to the time that we have to find a dedicated revenue stream. That is why during the marijuana debate I had filed an amendment to take a percentage out of that, because I felt that this particular law would certainly bring new challenges for our men and women in uniform in regards to dealing with individuals who might be under the influence and how you address that. And I thought it would be a great way to do that. And that's why ultimately when the criminal justice reform, I think we tried to move in that direction. But I do think it's high time that we give them the dedicated resources to make sure that they are trained and they know that each and every municipal police officer out there has the necessary knowledge to deal with the ever-changing issues that they will face. And so this amendment, in my opinion, will go a long way to addressing the municipal training issue, helping our police departments, because we understand how important this is. So I'm hopeful that this amendment is adopted. Thank you, Madam President.
Ordered. The clerk will call the roll. The clerk will call the chair.
What?
Harriet L. Chandler.
Yes.
Yes. Michael J. Barrett. Joseph A. Boncory. Yes. Michael D. Brady. Yes. William N. Brownsberger. Yes. Sonia Chang Diaz. Yes. Cynthia Stone Cream. Yes. Brendan P. Crichton. Yes. Julian Cyr. Yes. Viriato M. DeMacedo. Yes. Sal N. D. Domenico. Yes. James B. Eldridge. Yes. Ryan C. Fatman. Yes. Paul R. Feeney. Yes. Cindy F. Friedman. Yes. Ann M. Goby. Yes. Adam G. Hines. Yes. Donald F. Humison, Jr. Yes. Patricia D. Jalen.
Senator Jalen?
Yes. John F. Keenan. Yes. Eric P. Lesser. Yes. Jason M. Lewis. Yes. Barbara A. L'Italian. Yes. Joan B. Lovely. Yes. Mark C. Montigny. Yes. Michael O. Moore. Yes. Patrick M. O'Connor. Yes. Kathleen O'Connor Ives. Yes. Mark R. Pacheco. Yes. Michael J. Rodericks. Yes. Stanley C. Rosenberg. Yes. Richard J. Ross. Yes. Michael F. Rush. Yes. Karen E. Spilker. Yes. Bruce E. Tarr. Yes. Walter F. Timothy. Yes. Dean A. Tran. Yes. James T. Welch. Yes. Michael J. Barrett votes yes.
Have all members been recorded?
56.
On this matter, 38 members have voted in the affirmative, none in the negative. The amendment is passed.